Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Just a quick intro. I've had this Miris T for about a year and a half. These are obviously not the stock pickups. These guitars come with a Fralin hum-canceling Alnico P90 in the neck, and in the bridge they usually have a Fralin high-output Tele. I swapped the Fralin high-output Tele after trying a lot of different pickups to a Fralin SP43, which is a steel pole pickup, basically a P90 construction in the footprint of a Tele bridge. It just gets a lot more mid-range, a little less twang, a lot more P90, kind of in between a P90 and a Tele bridge. I love that pickup, but I really wanted something in the neck that was closer to a PAF. I feel like the unique kind of mid-range response that you get from like a semi-hollow pine body, this really lightweight guitar, at least, you know, acoustically as I'm playing it, because I don't often play super loud. Acoustically, when I'm playing it, I want something that complements the sound I'm hearing from the guitar, from the actual wood of the guitar, combined with the actual amp sound. I noticed that McNelly out of Canada has all of their humbuckers, all of their PAF style pickups available as soap bars. It's going to be a little bit different voice because it's a smaller footprint. It's not quite as wide, so it's not picking up that much of the string. So it's going to have a little bit more of a mid-range response rather than the big lows that you get from a neck humbucker, but really similar. I mean, this is the closest I've ever come to hearing a smaller footprint PAF in a guitar. And in looking for that pickup, I noticed that they did have their own steel pole version. This is a little brighter sounding than the Fralin, but I thought I'd try it, and especially, I don't know if we can get in close enough here, but this is not a plastic bobbin. This is their fiberboard bobbin, which honestly, I just think that looks a lot better. So I was really excited to try that. So I thought I'd do a video that can show you some of the differences between what you get stock in this guitar. Obviously, I don't have the stock bridge pickup, but I was really looking for a specific kind of middle sound, neck pickup sound, and bridge pickup sound bonus if I could get one that I really liked. If you're into these kind of videos, please hit the like button, subscribe, that really helps me out a lot, and comment. I love talking tone with everyone, so let me know what you thought of the comparison. In each example from pickup to pickup, the settings on the amp and the guitar are exactly the same. There's no difference. Obviously these pickups are voiced a little bit differently, so you can imagine that dialing in one of the pickups, you can use a little less treble or a little bit more. But I always think that having a comparison, just, you know, all the same settings is really important to do. And as I say in a lot of these comparisons, this isn't really comparing like what's the better pickup. This is all preference based. That Fralin Alnico hum canceling pickup is amazing. I really didn't think I was going to like it, and it ended up in this guitar for a year and a half, which is a long time for me. I'm always swapping pickups, always trying new things. One thing I also did is I included some of the middle sounds of the McNelly neck and the Fralin SP43 in the bridge. So you can hear like 3 different combinations of middle sounds. Everything's divided up into chapters, so if you want to skip around a little bit and hear things back to back, you can. I'll talk a little bit more on the back end about what I thought, but let's get into some tones. If you're into these kind of videos, please hit the like button, subscribe, that really helps me out a lot, and comment. I love talking tone with everyone, so let me know what you thought of the comparison. right, so I hope that was helpful. From my perspective, the most surprising things and the things I loved the most were this McNelly neck pickup. It was exactly what I'm looking for, and the middle position between these two McNelly pickups was perfect to me. A lot of middle positions have that nice scooped kind of quacky sound, but I guess you get kind of a peak resonance in the upper mids that's really harsh to my ear. And a lot of what I'm looking for in a pickup is that if I'm writing or teaching, I'm playing by myself. I don't do a lot of playing with bands these days. I record, but recording, you can kind of dial things the way you like. So I'm not looking for an overly harsh pickup that can cut through a mix and just be really brash. I'm usually looking for really smooth dynamics and, a very dynamic pickup, of course, but when you put a lot into it, it doesn't get more harsh. It kind of blooms in other ways. So that middle position was perfect for what I was looking for. Just a really nice hollowed out middle. The highs were really present, but not in like the upper mid-range ice pick. And the lows were just nice and warm. So that just won out in so many ways for me. So as far as the neck pickup, this is really exactly what I was looking for. As I said, this guitar has a very unique kind of mid-range vocal presence to it acoustically that, because I don't play super loud very often, I like to have a pickup sound that's going to complement that and not accent that like upper mid-range presence. I mean, it sounds beautiful acoustically. I want something that's going to fill out like the lower mids and like the lows and some of those mid-mids. And that's exactly what this does. It's a really nice, smooth neck pickup sound. And something that I'm always looking for in a neck pickup is like a flute-like timbre. People always talk about piano, bell-like tones, and I get that, and that's great. But what I really look for in a neck pickup is like this flute kind of timbre, and I feel like this really has it, especially in the low strings. The Fralin pickup in the neck is awesome. It's such a great pickup if you're looking for something for a really dark guitar. I feel like that Fralin pickup is perfect because it really brightens things up. You get a lot of brightness out of the low strings, and the high strings are nice and round. And like I said, I lived with it for a year and a half, and it was awesome. But I really felt like it was time to move on and find the voice that I wanted out of this guitar. And the bridge pickup. So the bridge pickup, the SP43, I feel like that was a better match for this guitar. The Fralin SP43 that you heard in this video was a better match for this guitar, in my opinion, than the stock Fralin high output Tele. But take that with a grain of salt. I like really mellow tones. I have a Tele, just like a traditional Tele setup, that has the Lawler 52s, which are very mellow bridge pickup. It has like a kind of a mellow attack to it. And to me, that's kind of the perfect Tele sound. This is a weird oddball Tele. It's pine, it's semi-hollow, it's huge. It's got a soap bar in the neck, and it's roasted neck. And I feel like that the roasted neck often gives you a little bit more brightness in the attack. I've played a lot of roasted necks, and that's the experience that I've had. Playing a roasted neck can give you a little bit more brightness out of the pickups. It's not a huge difference. It's very subtle, but we're talking about subtle things here. I think a lot of times people get into the whole argument of, if you get in front of a crowd, who's going to know the difference? And I agree, nobody. But for me, I'm not playing in front of thousands of people a lot. I teach and I write and I produce music. I'm often alone next to my amp. I can hear every detail. So what I'm looking for are all those really small details that I love. I love sound, and I'm kind of a junkie on that kind of thing. So that's really what I'm looking for. And I felt like the bridge pickup, the SP43, honestly, I kind of like the bridge pickup from the Fralin a little bit more than this McNelly, but the middle position between the two McNellys versus the McNelly and the Fralin, the McNellys just took the cake for me. So I'm going to go with the McNellys for a while. So hopefully I won't have any pickup swaps in this guitar for a long time, but I have some new videos coming out soon. I'm going to try doing something different where I swap guitars rather than pickups. So the same pickups in different guitars. I thought that would be an interesting thing, just so we can hear like how much is the pickup making a difference versus how much is the guitar making a difference. Anyway, thanks for watching, and comment, let me know what you thought. Talk to you soon.